onto the back of that white, which is going to be the front of the card. Again, it'll open in a minute and it will all make sense. And you can see there now, see how that's all going to come together. So again, these are so quick and easy to make. So again, if you want to do a fun fold card, easel cards are brilliant to do for that. So I'm just sticking this other white smaller disc now, which is going inside, and this can be where you write your message, or you can write your message above there on the half section. Next, I've die cut the wreath die in a kind of garden green again, and just sticking in the middle there, and you can see now the detail already pops as soon as you put that die against that white. So I wanted something that was going to really kind of stand out. Now I'm using this Merry Christmas die, which is the Hobby Base Precision die, and I've die cut some white foam, fun foam, and then I'm just applying a little bit of glue just to the kind of main parts really, and then that one I'm going to stick down. So it's just got some really nice dimension, and it's got a nice shadow to it because I've got that white fun foam behind there. So that fits really nicely right through the middle. Got to have Wink of Stella at Christmas time. Really, really good stuff. It's a just a glitter pen basically. It's got mica in it, so it really, really does shimmer, and you just brush over any surface and it will dry, and it dries very, very sparkly. So there's the bow already done. You don't want to see me trying to do bows because I'm all fingers and thumbs, and that is going to sit there perfectly, and it holds it up so nicely, and just showing you there where you can write your message as well, which I mentioned before. So a little bit of hot glue, hold it up where you want it to go, and then pop it down. So this is more of a decorative card. Like I said, you could write your message inside there, but I would say to write it on the half sides because that bow pretty much takes up all of the room. But how cute is that? And again, it will fit perfectly into a small envelope, and you could still post it. It has got the bulk, but it will work. Okay, on to the next card. This is a blue Miri card. There's something about blue, white and silver at Christmas time. It's just, I don't know, it just works so nicely together. So, sorry, I said blue Miri card, it's actually silver. So this is a 6x6 card. The Miri card there then is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And then the blue will be 5.5 by 5.5. And then that silver square is just my largest square from my stitched framelits. So I'm just going to start layering them all up. And then the difference with this one is I've die cut that wreath die in vellum. Vellum's such a nice fabric. Well, you know, it's a paper basically, but it's another nice textile to use. It does kind of feel like a fabric, and some of them you can get really nice thicker ones and ones with, you know, foiling on and all sorts. It's lovely. So again, I want to bring in some ribbon with this one. So I'm going to have the ribbon this time going right through the center of that silver square. So I've already put my foam adhesive on the back. I'm just trimming it so I haven't got so much, and just taking off a little bit just to stick each end of that ribbon, and then pull it right the way around, nice and taut, and then just stick it on that other side. And then I'll just add some glue again over those bits there just to make sure obviously it sticks down well, because it is again obviously that fabric. So that one then is just going to sit perfectly in the center. And then you can see there just how nice that looks, and that fabric's a really nice thick ribbon, sorry, it's a really nice thick fabric. Whenever you're using Miri card, if you're using wet glue, let it dry, and then I've got a microfiber cloth, and just go over and buff it up, and it comes out beautifully. You don't get any finger marks, no smears, they completely disappear. So if you ever have that problem, or you think, oh, I hate using mirrored card when I've got, you know, wet glue, just use a microfiber cloth, works perfectly. Again, I'm doing what I did on the easel card, so I'm just using some of my foam adhesive, some of my fun foam, and I'm die cutting that same Merry Christmas on a piece of grey fun foam, and I've already die cut it there on the blue to match, and then I'm just peeling it away. This time I've used my double-sided foam sheet just to show you that you can also use that and create these kind of stickers. So it was a little bit fiddly, but it did all come out fine. You just kind of have to play around, but you can see now it's just another way. It's exactly the same as before, but just different colours and a different way to put it together. And again, that's going to sit there on the vellum. Now it did kind of look lost against the blue ribbon, so I wanted to kind of lift that. So I'm just die cutting a white circle, and then I'm going to place that behind the Merry Christmas. And you'll see now it just lifts it completely. You can see it now and read it perfectly. So it's just a way just to kind of help that along. I still wanted people to see that it was a vellum and a different kind of texture without it kind of getting lost. So again, I'm raising it all up on some foam adhesive. Stick down the vellum first, and then get that other piece stuck down, and it just looks really, really nice. I always forget to use vellum. I need to pull it out now and kind of keep it on my desk over the Christmas period, and then just stick that again. And just how lovely, again, simple, doesn't take long at all, but it just has a real kind of wow factor. And then you've got to finish it off with a bow. So I've just the same fabric there from the ribbon that I put through the middle just to finish off on the top, and I think it looks gorgeous. So that's a 6x6 card, again, very, very quick to do. So now on to the last card, and this is my favorite now to look at. It just looks pretty standard, very traditional in color, but with this wreath die, when it's cut, it cuts out and it has all these little like holes all around it. So I'm going to die cut 3 because I want this to be really thick. So I'm going to layer these all up on top of each other. So I've just die cut them there and got all the bits and pieces out. So now I'm going to try and marry them all up because they're not a mirror image. So you have to find the way, you know, the perfect position for them to sit exactly on top of each other. And I did find that one of the bits there that I'm pointing at is kind of longer than all the rest. So that was my kind of pointer, my little marker, I guess, to make sure I stuck them all in the right place. So now I'm just going to layer them all on top. You can see that I'm just popping the glue in between, but I wanted the outside not stuck down because I'm going to now go around, as you can see, and lift it all up with my finger and thumb, just to, again, kind of just make it a bit more, you know, dimensional and not so flat. And because they're so thick, there was lots of it, so it did, you know, it does look really good. It's one of those cards that on closer inspection you can really kind of appreciate what's in it. So now I'm going to grab I've got my tweezers and my ribbon, and I'm going to just basically like stitch through those hole punch, you know, the die cut holes that are on that wreath to make it look like a real wreath. This is kind of, you know, what you would have on a traditional one on your door. So you can see I've gone all the way around there, and then I'm just finishing it off with a bow on the top. This is quite a thin, it's like an organza kind of ribbon, so it was, you know, really easy to kind of thread through. Again, popping it on some foam adhesive there, and then sticking that on a pre-made 6x6 card with the same mats as the blue one. And just having it weaved through just gives another really lovely look to the card, and it's just another fun way to get the most out of that die. So now I'm just stamping my sentiment here, and this is "'Tis the Season." So again, just using my stamping platform to make sure I get a nice impression. And I just wanted to show that you don't need to have a lot of, you know, you may just be starting off crafting and you've just got maybe 1 or 2 dies and 1 stamp set, or it might be a free stamp set from a magazine. You don't need a lot of things to make beautiful cards, and it's just understanding how many kind of different, you know, things and ways you can use what you've got. And I just wanted to show that this die, you know, different colors, different fun folds, and different actually, you know, using the die and parts of the die like I've done with this one here, and you can create, again, beautiful, beautiful cards. So just finishing this one off now with some foam adhesive again, because I just like to keep them all raised, and that one just sits in there lovely. And then to finish it off, I coat this completely in Wink Castella, and it does look really, really good. It shines and shines and shines. I let it dry, and then I put more on top. I let it dry and kind of kept layering it up. And it looks so, so pretty. And this is my favorite. You can see now it catching the light. So there you go. There are my 5 cards using that one wreath die. Everything, all the information will be found below in the video description. Go check it out. There's loads of inspiration in this month's edition, and hopefully this has inspired you today. And yeah, you go and make lots of Christmas cards. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll be back again soon with another tutorial. Bye.